O Great Spirit, Namaste. Saints and sages of all times, of all places, Namaste. O ye pathmakers of old, Namaste. Ancestors of our bloodlines, of all of the lineages to whom we attune, Namaste. Om Shri Babaji Namaha. Om Shri Lahiri Mahasaya Namaha. Om Shri Kuteshwarji Namaha. Om Shri Paramahansa Yogananda Ji Namaha. Om Shri Sheli Ji Namaha. Om Shri Kriyananda Ji Namaha. Most beloved and precious Ishtadevata, Ya Namaha, in all of thy names and all of thy forms, be with us. Sweep clear our path, strengthen and vivify our meditation. May we hear that which needs to be heard, speak that which needs to be spoken, and understand that which is most important for us at this moment. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Namaste Ji. Welcome. Welcome to my heart. Welcome to our Sunday Sangha. Once upon a yogi time, there was a man in the forest. He ran into the forest to save himself, or so he thought. To save himself from all of the difficulties that he was experiencing in life. And into the forest one morning came a little yogi. And he heard, oh, 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 my boss, oh, my son, oh, my daughter, oh, my neighbor, oh, my wife, oh. All I heard was, oh. He walks on through the forest, and he comes upon the man. And he sees a most remarkable sight. He sees a thorn bush, but it was a magical thorn bush. And every single time that man said, oh, the thorns would grow thicker and longer. And the man was clinging to the thorn bush. And every time he thought of his sadness, of the harshness of his life, the thorns would grow and they would penetrate his skin from all sides, thicker and thicker and thicker. They had a life of their own. The little yogi could see that the thorn bush, at first, the man was embracing the thorn bush, but it became clear that in time, the thorn bush was embracing the man. It had grown up around him, and with every moan and every complaint and every negative thought that he had, this thorn bush grew around him. Now you might think that the man was stuck in the forest, but he wasn't. He walked and he went around his everyday business, carrying the forest with him, carrying the thorn bush with him. So the little yogi goes up and says, "Good morning." "Oh, what's so good about it?" "Wow, look at that beautiful sunrise." "Oh, that is beautiful. Thank you for pointing that out." And just as he said that, the thorns started to dissipate. And the man said, "Oh, how could I be happy? How could I enjoy the sunset when all these other things are wrong?" And the yogi could see those thorns rushed right back in. So he says to the man, I think I might be able to help you. You know, that's a magical thorn bush you have." Oh. You know, every time you think something so bad, those thorns grow. "Oh, I know, it's so painful. I know, life is so miserable." But did you notice that when you looked at the sunrise, that every one of those thorns backed off a little bit? Did you see that? Perchance they did. Perchance they did. But it's hopeless. Life is miserable. If it's not one thing, if it's another. If it's not my problem, it's my husband's, or my wife's, or my brothers, or my sisters, or my mother's, or my father's, or my children, or my neighbors, or my bosses, or the others. There's something wrong somewhere all the time. So, little yoga says, "Tell you what, do you think you could take one step today? Just one step. One step. To what end? To letting go of the pain and suffering. One step to happiness. One step to walking into the light. One step to becoming one with all these beautiful trees around you, and the birds who are here, and the beauty which is here." I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Yogi. You see, I know the pain. I know what life is like. I know that it's easy to be disappointed. And I've developed the skills. You know, I'm a good moaner. I'm a good worrier. I don't know if I want to let go of that. I just am not sure. After all, what is going to happen if I do? Everybody is so used to me being one way. What will they do if I'm another way? What will they do? Well, you want to give it a try? Well, what do I have to give up? What do I have to give up if I do what you suggested? Well, you have to give up your unhappiness. You have to give up your comfort in your unhappiness. You have to give up your habits of being unhappy. Maybe you have to give up the need for the approval of others. But you'll have happiness, and that will make a difference. And so the little yogi continued to talk to the man and try to teach him and help him. And that day, a miracle happened. It was the right moment in time. And the man, for the first time, in all the times you've heard this story, for the first time, the man stepped back from the thorn bush and stood up on his own 2 feet in the greatest of the yoga asanas and took one step on the path to finding his happiness and his enlightenment. One step. And the yogi reached out and said, "Here, hang on to my hand for a while. I'll walk with you along the path until you're firm and ready to walk on your own." And the man looked back on both sides. He looked back at all of the pain and suffering. He looked back at his protectiveness. He looked back at the habits of the past and said, "What do I do now? What do I do now, Yogi Ji? What do I do now? If I don't do that which I've been doing all these years, what is there to be done now?" And they walked away from the thorn bush, and they walked, and they stopped, and they meditated, and they talked, and the little yogi shared the teachings until they got out of the forest. And they could see ahead of them the sun. And they could see the clouds on the other side. Some were blue, some were black, or some were white. They could see life in front of them. And they knew, there is the possibility of joy and of happiness ahead. And so, from that day forward, the man walked with little yogi and found the practices that he needed to fill his moments, to fill his days, to fill his time with joy, with happiness, with love. What about you? What about you? Where are you? What steps have you taken on the path to your own enlightenment? Enlightenment's not about me. It's not about God. It's not about Guru. It's not about any of the others. It's about you. What have you done along your path to enlightenment? What did you do? What did you do this morning? What did you do yesterday? What will you do in the next moment? This is the question. We must convert our thinking. Kriya Yoga is a philosophy. It is a series of methodologies, if you will, really practices that lead each soul to their own enlightenment. Kriya Yoga is a mystical path. It is a primary path, not secondary, not tertiary. Anything that you learn on the path of Kriya Yoga is to be learned through your own experience. So if I share something with you, it's not to be accepted because I said it, or because Pranananda said it, or Shaliji said it, or Paramahansa Yoganandaji said it, but because you have had the direct primary experience. Everything is different when you've had the experience. Everything is different when you feel the difference. When you see, my mind is pretty confused. I'm not doing what I need to do. Maybe I need to look at how I'm behaving. Maybe I need to say, am I drinking enough fresh, clean water? Not canned water, but fresh, clean water. Am I hydrating my body enough? Now, that may sound the simplest thing, but you know what? This needs water. It needs fresh water. You don't drink enough fresh water, and the mind begins to atrophy. The mind begins to hallucinate. The mind begins to make things up. The mind begins to say, well, I don't really need that. Or I'm not worthy of that. Are you eating enough good organic food? Food that is good for your body. Not just caffeine, not just sugar, but food that is good for your body. The vegetables, the fruits, the grains that are good, that will strengthen your body. And you may say, well, what does that have to do with Kriya Yoga? Well, you're here encased in this. I'm in mine, you're in yours. And the limit of your self-awareness, your ability to find happiness, to find enlightenment, is really, really, really dependent upon what you are doing to support your life in this klesha. And if you act and think like it doesn't matter, it's a problem. Some of you live in Florida. I know at least one of you live in Florida. Some of you live in countries that are very, very warm and hot. You know, you can watch people come to visit you and they don't understand the nature of where you live. They don't understand the reality. Now, it doesn't matter whether you say, well, I'm from Norway and the sun isn't out now, or you say, I'm living in Miami, and if I go out in the sun, I better have sunscreen on. If I go out in the sun in Miami and I lay out on the beach for 2 hours and I don't have sunscreen on and the sun is burning down and my body is there, guess what? This will become roasted, nice and toasty red. Why? Because I made the mistake of thinking, well, I'm in Norway, I don't have to wear sunscreen. Or, not that I am in Norway, but I am from Norway, and this is the nature of the world in which I live, and I do not have to adjust to the new conditions. So here's the second thing. You need to be taking care of this, and you also need to say, what are the new circumstances that I'm living in? What are the new conditions I'm living in? What do I need to do to adjust to those new conditions? You must be aware of where you are and what you need to do to adjust to the conditions in which you are living. If you choose to take the step to find greater happiness in your life, it requires courage, strength, to stand up and say, all right, I will take this step. I will. I want to be happy. You know, I have a beloved disciple who's moving from Ireland to Colorado, to a particular part of Colorado. Oh, I'll tell you, that's going to be adjust, adapt, acclimatize. The rural area that person was living in is not the same as that place that they are going. And the mind must adjust, the body must adjust, the memory track must adjust, and oftentimes the behavior must adjust. You have the wisdom, you have the insight. Now inspire yourself. Right? You've chosen to move to a new location. And while I use the example of a physical location, moving to a new location is moving your consciousness from to a flowering consciousness, moving your consciousness from fear to joy and expansion. Big movement. So today we're going to share together a meditation. And in the meditation, there will be an opportunity to focus on beauty. Beauty, focusing on beauty, bringing beauty into your life. Beauty as you see it. Bringing beauty into your life is a way in which you can change the habit of your mind. So you're walking down the street. And I was the other day. I was walking in a very, very busy area, and a lot of concrete and no trees around. And I looked down, and coming through the sidewalk crack was the most beautiful tiny pink flower. Just beautiful. And I stopped and I pulled my camera out and took a photograph of that to remind me that in the midst of what looked like really chokos, very chaotic area, that the beauty of life shone through, that the beauty of life could shine through, that just a little bit of the beauty of life can shine through. And that is enough to feed you. It's enough to turn on the spout. It's enough to prime the pump, if you will, of bringing beauty into your life. So one Kriya method is to vow to yourself that every day I will find a way to bring beauty into my life. Now I'm going to give you an affirmation today. And this affirmation can be built upon, but today I'm just going to give you the words for the affirmation, because it will be very important for some of you. The affirmation has the English letters S, C, A, D, SCAD. Strength, concentration, awareness, detachment. And the affirmation is beautiful to my ears, I hope to yours. You say, I shall now embrace strength on the path of maturity. I shall now embrace concentration on the path of maturity. I shall now embrace awareness on the path of maturity. I shall now embrace detachment on the path of maturity. Now, how this is used. You wake up in the morning, and maybe some of you, when you were waking up, are already using another affirmation. I've given you one in which you say, free me from my negative thoughts, that I do not pass them on to others. Free them, free me. Free them from their negative thoughts, that they do not pass them on to me. Free me, free them. Say you're saying that, as I know some of you are. You wake up in the morning before you get out of bed and you say that, and then you say, thinking of the day in front of you, I shall now embrace strength on the path of maturity. I shall now embrace concentration on the path of maturity. I shall now embrace awareness on the path of maturity. I shall now embrace detachment on the path of maturity. And you just breathe. You breathe that in. You repeat it and you breathe it in. It is helpful to repeat it 3 to 5 times when you wake up in the morning. You go to sleep at night and you lay down in your bed, and this is the last thing you say before your mind wanders off to your dream state. I shall now embrace strength on the path of maturity. I shall now embrace concentration on the path of maturity. I shall now embrace awareness on the path of maturity. I shall now embrace detachment on the path of maturity. Right? So you have two primary practices you've been given. You have an affirmation that you repeat when you wake up in the morning and when you go to sleep at night. Or you have two affirmations that are repeated concurrently, one after the other. Whatever you choose to build on, whatever step you choose to take, it's your step. Today, this is your step. It's the step on the path to your enlightenment. You took a step when you entered the path of study, reflection, and meditation. You took a step towards your enlightenment. As you have studied, as you have meditated, as you have practiced, that's the step to your enlightenment. As you're here, that's the step to your enlightenment. As you're here today, as you walk through the day, as you respond to people, this is the step along your path to enlightenment. There's a first step. There's all these medium steps. You don't throw them out. They either are taking you directly to enlightenment, or they look like they are leading you off, but they are rather rocks that you're climbing over, rough shoals that you're walking through, rough sands that you're walking through. It's like walking along the path. I was someplace in Austria one time, and we were walking along a path, and really beautiful. Everything seemed very scenic, and it opened up. The path opened up. And at one time, there must have been a riverbed or something there. But the remainder of the path went on for quite a while, that we were walking for about an hour over rocks. Some of them were big, some of them were little, but it was not the smooth path. I can tell you that. It was crawling sometimes on the hands and knees to try to pull up over. And then we get to the other side of it, and just as smooth as could be, once again. Just as smooth as could be. This is life. Wherever you are now, you are on the path to your enlightenment. And there will be a moment, one moment, in which you will take that last step and you will become one with life. You will become enlightened. You will see life as it is. You will be filled with the compassion, the love of life. The divine beauty of life will be yours. One step. One step. Doesn't end in a leap. It doesn't end like, oh, I'm here, then I get. No. One step. No different than the step you are taking today. Improve those steps along the path, my beloved. Improve them. Feed them with strength, with concentration, with awareness, with detachment. Feed your steps today, so that as the rocks come in front of you with the karma in your life, as the smooth path comes in front of you with the karma in your life, as the moment of beauty comes in front of you with the moment of your life, you have the skills, the awareness to be aware. I can do this, I can do this, I can see, yes. It's raining. I have to pull the umbrella out. Yes, the sunshine is out. Maybe I need to get the sunscreen. All of these are symbols. They're all symbols as well as being literal. It's all symbolic. Learn to forgive others. Learn to let go of your need for their approval. Become ever kinder and gentler in your communication. And try, above all else, to speak the truth to yourself. Be true to yourself and you will be false to no other, as the great writer said. Be true to yourself. The stories that you are telling in your mind of the hurt that you have experienced, the stories that you repeat over and over and over and over again about, they did this to me, they were wrong, they wronged me, they did this to me. Let go of them. Please heal yourself. Let go of those stories. Let go of the thorn bush. Today, have the courage to walk away. Get the help that you need to walk away from those thorns so that you do not continue to punish yourself. You find instead that you can turn to the beauty of life, the wonder of life, the goodness of life. And thus we will do that together, remembering strength, concentration, awareness, detachment. One step at a time. One step now, one step to your enlightenment. One step at a time is all that it takes. Namaste, Ji. Let us meditate together. Sit with your spine erect, your hands in the Om Mudra, your index fingers facing your spine. Turning your head to the left, exhaling twice. Bring the head back to the center and begin to watch the breath. Use the sipping breath and pull the energy from the limbs of the body to the trunk of the body. From the trunk to the spinal column. From the base of the spine to the sun center. Move that energy as a golden ball of light out in front of you. Expand it and sweep around you to the left, encasing your entire body in golden light. And do this 3 times. Expand that golden ball of light. And now ascend. Ascend to the high place. Finding yourself in the high place of meditation. Find a meditation spot you are comfortable with. In this moment, bring forth to your mind's eye the form of life that is most beautiful to you at this moment. See that object of beauty. Magnify it in your mind's eye. Bring it closer to your sun center. Feel the beauty. Breathe in the beauty. Hear the beauty. Smell the beauty. Bring that object of beauty directly to your sun center. Feel it becoming golden light. Bring it directly above your spinal column. As you inhale, the form of beauty vibrates its beauty. As you exhale, the form of beauty becomes golden dewdrops pouring down your spinal column. Feel that beauty pouring down your spine, flowing and overflowing, filling every cell of your being. Feel that beauty radiating forth, surrounding your entire being with the golden light of beauty. Om Mani Padme Inhaling beauty, exhaling beauty. Thou art that. Call upon your Ishtadevata to join you, your chosen form of the divine which you have worked to draw close to you, to draw close to it. There is no need for work. The divine is with you always, always in your presence. Let the veil be lifted that you might see and experience the love and the beauty. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Gazing into the eyes of your Ishta, radiate forth the beauty. Smile upon your Ishta. With the warmth and the joy of being in your Ishta's presence. And feel your Ishta smiling upon you, radiating forth the light, the beauty, the blessing. Om Padme, Padme, Om. Gazing into the eyes of your Ishta, silently speak this affirming prayer, this affirming vow, this affirming commitment. I shall now embrace strength on the path of maturity. I shall now embrace concentration on the path of maturity. I shall now embrace awareness on the path of maturity. I I shall now embrace detachment on the path of maturity. Gaze into the eyes of your Ishta and namaste in gratitude. Taking hold of the hand of your Ishta as you sit in the high place of meditation. As we join now together to send our blessings to life. You and your Ishta and you. We and our Ishtas and us. Join together to send forth our blessings, our yoga city. Taking that beautiful golden light of life. For each prayer that we offer, feel the golden rings of light descending and covering. First, Mother Gaia, that the light, as we chant the Shanti, go around her, through her, within her. Om Shanti. 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 Om Shanti. 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 Om Shanti. 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 O ye powers that be, join with us as we send forth our prayers. Thou knowest better than we that which is needed, how it is needed. We ask thee to soften the karmas of all of those beings living upon the earth. May those who are hungry be fed. May those who are thirsty have their thirst quenched. May those who are tired be vivified. May those who are hangry be given peace. May those who are depressed be lifted and strengthened. May those whose minds are confused find clarity and comfort and peace. May those who are scared be comforted and be eased. May those who are greedy let go of their greed and learn compassion and giving. O ye powers that be, thou knowest better than we the pains, the suffering, the hurt upon the earth of all life forms. We ask thee with our mantra, with our golden light of light, to send forth thy blessings where it is most needed, to all life forms, that all be blessed, that we be blessed, that we might become a part of the solution of life. Radiating that golden light from your sun center, you and your Ishta and you, our Sangha with our Ishtas. Let us chant the Om Shanti mantra, radiating forth light and peace. Om Shanti. 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 Om Shanti. 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 Om Shanti. 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 Om. Be thou blessed. Be thou blessed. Be thou triply blessed. Become an ever greater blessing into all of those who enter your aura. Speak with ever greater kindness and gentleness, understanding and compassion. Sweep clear the cobwebs of confusion from your mind. Seek out your own illumination. Take the first step today, at this moment, committing to yourself to find your illumination, to allow it to be revealed unto thee. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Namaskar. Namaste, Ji. Thank you for the blessing of your presence and for your meditative energies. Find joy, find happiness.